360 brings care to the next level after your hospital stay. Recover in luxury in your private suite. Stay connected, relax, and focus on healing and getting back home. Advance 360 is Portsmouth's premier post-hospital rehabilitation destination. Contact your healthcare provider to reserve your private recovery suite today. Located on the campus of Bridgeport Healthcare, a proud member of the Communicare family of companies.
Welcome to The Rock, ladies and gentlemen. Tony Lapker along with his own sports team here in the home of the Portsmouth West Senators, as we're set to bring you this week's Game of the Week here on The Zone. Our pregame tonight presented to you by Furman's Orchard. Boy, what a great time of the year to head on out there and munch down on some good golden apples. In our ball game tonight, you know, SOC2 football is always exciting with rabid fans, rocking stadiums, and good hard-working teams. Tonight should be no exception, as we have for you the ninth meeting in the modern SOC2 era. And when I say the modern SOC2 era, 2006 and beyond, since Valley joined the big division. Between the Valley Indians sporting a 74% winning percentage since 2006 against the West Senators, a team that has compiled a very respectable 60% winning percentage in that time. To add to the mix, Valley is on a 36-game regular season winning streak and has knocked out 5 straight victories against these Portsmouth West Senators, who have themselves put together a trifecta of wins against Rock Hill, South Point, and Minford, and now stand at 1-0 in the Southern Ohio Conference, 4-2 on the year as we start the last third of our regular season. Our pregame tonight is presented by Furman's Orchards, quality fruit since 1958. And while we take a bite out of the apple, we'll be back to check out more of this ball game on our Furman's pregame right after this.
Atomic Credit Union has been serving Southern Ohio since 1955. With 11 different locations, our friendly staff is here to help you with all your financial needs. From loans to checking accounts, online services, and extended hours, Atomic Credit Union is your full-service financial institution. Check out our website at www.2mycu.com or call us at 1-800-652-2328 to learn about the benefits of an Atomic Credit Union membership.
Welcome back to Portsmouth West High School on a soggy October evening. The Senators and the Indians getting ready to do battle here. Portsmouth West will be receiving the opening kickoff, so we'll tell you about the starting lineup tonight for the Valley Indians of Coach Darren Crabtree as we are here on the Furman Orchards pregame. Across the front line at 231-pound average for the Indians, the tackles are Jordan Spradlin and Blake Brown, 215 and 315. The guards, Gavin Yazel and J.D. Jarnett, they're 204 and 195. In the center is junior Drew Wolford, 6 foot tall, 230 pounds. The tight end, Bryce Romanello, the multi-sport athlete, 6'2", 195 and a junior. The split end, Ryan Brown, 6'2", 176 and a senior. And the wide receiver is Derek Burke. Burke is 5'8", 153 and a junior. In the backfield, workhorses back there, and Alex Loop, 5'7", 200-pound senior, and Blake Howard, 5'11", 165-pound junior. The quarterback, a junior likewise. That's Brian Rolfe, 6'3", 185 pounds. So it's Brown, DeJarnett, Wolford, Yazel, and Spradlin across the front line. Romanello, Brown, and Burke on the outside. Loop and Howard in the backfield, and Brian Rolfe at the quarterback spot. You're on the Furman Orchards pregame, and we'll be back with more from Portsmouth West High School when we return right after this.
The Battery Terminal King Chip Womack has made a proclamation announcing the appointment of his new court jester, Will. While Chip is still paying top dollar for old batteries, Jester Will is paying in gumballs when he's in the office.
West Portsmouth, do you know that Minix Giovanni's has the best pizza in town?
858-4493.
Welcome back to The Rock. the home of the Portsmouth West Senators. And we'll give you the starting lineups defensively for the Senators, as given to us by Coach Ben Johnson before the ball game tonight. An interesting contrast coaching-wise. Coach Johnson in his first season as a varsity head coach, and Coach Darren Crabtree, who is the dean of coaches here in Southern Ohio, in the Southern Ohio Conference, who has more years than I have teeth. So as we take a look at the defense for the Portsmouth West Senators, across the front at end, they've got Trevor Welsh, 6 foot tall, 200 pounds, and Mason Howell, 6'1", 195-pound senior. At the tackles, Hunter Reed, 5'8", 198-pound freshman, and Levi Pack, 5'11", 160-pound senior. The linebackers, the two inside linebackers, Josh Davis, 5'11", 215, Austin Kinker, 5'11", 185, a junior and a senior involved there. The outside backers, John Berry, 6'1", 170, and a junior, and Bryson Hurd, 5'6", 160 pounds, and a senior. The cornerbacks, Michael Davis, 6 foot tall, 160-pound senior, and Nick Frazier back in the lineup, 5'10", 180-pound junior. And the safety is Stephen Irwin, 6 foot tall, 180 pounds, and a senior. The Senators with 10 sacks on the season, 4 interceptions. They have given up 80 points on the year. The Valley offense they're getting ready to face has plugged out 257 points. So it'll be an interesting event to see the offense versus the defense as things roll along here. You're on the Furman Orchards pregame. Quality fruit since 1958. And we'll be back with more from The Rock when we return right after this.
Great hit for a home run. Anybody can hit a home run with Benton Murphy Insurance.
Since 1922, Barrington Murphy Insurance, along with State Auto Insurance, have been hitting home runs in the Scioto County area, offering a full line of insurance products, auto, home, business, and life insurance. Give us a call or stop by our office to let one of our dedicated staff help you with all your insurance needs. Barrington Murphy Insurance.
To Portsmouth West High School, the night is soggy. Fortunately for us, we're inside, but the players are going to be out in the wind and the rain, and everybody's ready to play. The Senators are getting ready to enter the field right now, coming in with a record of 4-2 under first-year coach Ben Johnson. They come off a victory that you saw on the game of the week last week against the Midford Falcons right here on the zone. The Valley Indians likewise are taking the field on the other side. The Indians under Coach Darren Crabtree, not only at 6-0, they're on a 36-game regular season win streak that takes us back a pretty good amount of time here as we're in the middle of the fourth season for that. The Indians coming in, as I mentioned, at 6-0. You'll see them in white football jerseys, purple pants, and purple headgear. The Senators will be in black football jerseys, black football pants, and they have a black headgear tonight. As they start off, West will be to our left on the TV screen. Valley will be to our right. West will be receiving for the first half. And Valley will be kicking off from our right to our left. 6-0 Valley, 4-2 West. You've been watching the Furman Orchards pregame, and we'll be back with the opening kickoff right after this.
At Desco, we believe loans to small businesses result in stronger communities. We believe the experience and ability to make local decisions awards you the home field advantage. We believe quick decisions and straightforward answers are what you need to get started. At Desco, we have terms to fit your business. Desco Federal Credit Union. We make business loans.
You walk in, they have a big smile on their face, and it's genuine. It's not fake, and I hate fake, and it's just really nice. And
it's just an experience that they've got this customer service down to a science. And like I say, you're talking to a guy for the last 20 years has been in sales and knows how customer service is supposed to work. Glockner's has got it down to a science.
You feel special when you walk in. You feel special.
Their commercials, they're not lying when they make it easy.
Kickoff tonight, presented as always by Falcon1.net, Minford Telephone, and Minford TV. Valley will be kicking it off, as I mentioned, from the right to the left. Valley's on a 5-game streak against West, having won the last 5 in a row. Last year, they won 42-0. Bryce Romanello will be kicking off for Valley, as he, the multi-sport athlete, great in soccer, had a great year in football so far. And as he steps up, Romanello, 6'2", 195-pound junior, will be kicking to the Senators. As we are ready, the Minford Telephone and TV and Falcon1.net kickoff is in the air, and it's going to be picked up about the 15-yard line and wide open, and getting a nice bit of run back there. The Senators get a great return on the opening kickoff. Wide open all the way up, out across the 45 to the 46-yard line. And that is where West is going to start with some great field position, as we have 11:53 to go here in the first quarter. The West Senators will have the ball on their own 46-yard line. The kickoff presented by Falcon1.net, Minford Telephone, and Minford TV. Our ball game tonight, our game sponsor, King's Daughters Medical Center, Ohio. And we want to thank them for bringing you the game, and thanks to you for being there. West will start off, as we'll spot that offense for you. Stephen Irwin will be the quarterback. Tight end, Wesley Bailey. Wide receivers, Howell and Davis. Sam Kegley, Trevor Welsh are the runners that will be going. And on the opening kickoff, we've had a bit of an injury to one of the Valley football players. Paul Brogdon will be helped off under his own power, and that's a good thing. A little bit of assistance right there. So as we come out, West will start Flagg, Reynolds, Holsinger, Davis, and Houseworth across the front line. Irwin, the quarterback, 6 foot tall, 180-pound senior, is 51 out of 91 in the air for 662 yards. And Irwin will drop back. He's got the ball. He lets it fly. He's got a man wide open down on the left side. It is complete. So the rain makes no difference right now, as the ball is complete for a first down to Trevor Welsh. So the water doesn't scare anybody off early in this ball game, as West comes out of flinging. And a first down of the evening, and we are only 24 seconds into this football game. Irwin has his backs in an eye. He drops and throws again. He's got a man over there, and it's complete on the left-hand side on a little quick look-in pass. And over there, that went that time to Michael Davis. Pickup of about 7 or 8 on the ball on the play. And West will have a 2nd and 2 as the Senators are coming out a-running at the Valley Indians by flinging that ball right and left. Way out to the right-hand side this time. Wide receiver over there is Davis. Inside to Welsh. Welsh moves up across the line and gets inside the 15. That'll be enough for the second first down of the evening for the Senators. So a nice pickup for the 6 foot tall senior. So West coming out of flying against the Valley Indians. And as they come out, we've not even played a minute of this football game yet, and West is down in the red zone with the ball sitting about the 14-yard line of the Valley Indians. Irwin will be under center. Backs in an eye. He's going to pitch to his tailback. That's Welsh. Welsh gets around one, and he's going to go head on down to about the 13, maybe even as far as the 12, as he's going to be brought down in there and dropped for a pickup of about 1 or 2. That'll make it 2nd and 8 to go. So the ball just outside the 10-yard line, a couple of yards to go to get inside the big room. Irwin on the delay goes to Welsh. Welsh gets tripped up and stays balanced and moves down inside the 10. And Welsh will make another couple of 3. It's going to be 3rd down and about 4 or 5 to go for the Senators. We've played 2 minutes of this football game. West took the opening kickoff, a great kickoff return, and then a couple of very fine pass plays. And they've set themselves up in pretty good shape here with a 3rd down and about 5 inside the 10. Irwin fakes, he rolls, he tosses, he's got a man short. The man is on his feet and moves down inside the 5. Complete to Michael Davis. As Irwin, on what they used to call the bootleg, and he caught his man open on the right just in the short flat, and the senior took the ball down inside the 5 down to about the 3, same distance about that you would have to go for a 2-point conversion right now. 9:20 on the clock in the first quarter. And straight ahead Welsh. Welsh drives, touchdown West. Trevor Welsh at 9:14 to go in the first quarter completes a drive that puts West in the early lead, putting together a 7-play, 54-yard drive. Trevor Welsh, a 3-yard run to cap that. And now the kick for the extra point is up, and Pitts' kick is no good. So as they come back up the field, West has 6 points. Valley hasn't had the ball yet. We'll be back with the kickoff, reminding you that that score was presented by Life Medical Response. We'll be back and see what Valley's response is right after this.
King's Daughters Medical Center Ohio is working to provide health care that raises the bar with experienced physicians you know, like cardiologist Sri Valluri, one of the region's most respected heart experts. Our advanced diagnostic equipment and passionate attention to detail allows every possibility to be explored in order to find the best treatments available. King's Daughters Medical Center Ohio is a team dedicated to world-class health care for Portsmouth.
The West Senators put together a 7-play, 54-yard drive that takes 2 minutes and 39 seconds off the clock. And the Senators come and respond to the opening kickoff by taking an early lead 6-0. You're watching high school football on the Zone, sent your way by Advanced 360 Care, by all the Zone Country locations of the Atomic Credit Union, and by the Glockner family of dealerships. Valley gets their chance to respond now, and they move up on the right side, and they'll get out to around the 30. And that's where the Indians will start, as that ball returned over there for Valley by Paul Brogdon. And so Valley will take over with 9:08 to go here in the first quarter. And the Valley Indians, their first chance with the football, and they've got the ball on their own 30-yard line, and they're set to go. Brian Rolfe is the quarterback, and he's under center. Backs in an I, and he's going to give to the tailback. And up on the right side, a pickup out across the 35, and sticking to the ground on that right side, and picked up by Blake Howard that time. Pickup of about 4 or 5. It'll be a 2nd down and 5 or 6 to go for the Valley Indians. That's their first offensive play of the evening. And Rolfe will bring his team up, and he's going to send a wide receiver to either side. In fact, he's got a pair of them on the left. Whistle, 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 whistle. Flag, flag, flag. False start against Valley. That'll push them back. So that's going to push them back. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Indians.
Brings up now 2nd and 10 for the Indians.
And so the ball now sitting with its nose on the 30. They have to get up just beyond, a shade beyond the 40-yard line. And so Rolfe will go with the quick snap and go to the right. It's Loop. Loop is going to be hit hard by the West defense after a pickup of 3 or 4. That'll make it 3rd and long for the Indians. About 3rd and 6 or 7 yards to go.
on the stop for the Senators.
High school football on the zone presented by H. Powell Insurance, by ADS Auto and Tire on Scioto Trail, by Jackpot Skilled Stop Games, by Gutter Pro, and by Goodwill Industries. The Indians are up. They're going to go with the direct snap, and they're going to try the left side, and Rolfe is chased, and he is dropped hard on his case. And on his case, big time that time, was Wesley Bailey. And that's going to put Valley deep into the hole. And they're going to be forced to have Rolfe put the foot to it. 4th down with 7:19 to play in the first quarter. Rolfe has punted 12 times this year. He's got a 41-yard average. Standing back just outside his own 40-yard line is what looks to me to be Trevor Welch. And they block it. Picked up on the ground, still loose. Picked up by West. Taken in. Picked up and in. Braden Oliver, it looked like to me. And West blocks a punt. And as you can tell, the ball has been carried into the end zone with 6:57 to go. That score sent to you by Life Medical Response. West responded well to that punt and carried it in. And now they'll try the extra point. And the kick is up and good. And as they come back up the field with 6:57 to go, West leads 13-0. Back with the kickoff right after this.
Minford Telephone and TV, real people who love this community. They're your one-stop shop on that you can bet. They bundle TV, phone, and high-speed internet. Affordability, dependability, just try and you will see. The local choice, the best choice. Minford Telephone and TV. The local choice, the best choice. Minford Telephone and TV.
Okay. Well, they say that my 3s look like 9s and my 9s look like 3s. Mason Howell, number 9, is the one who scored on the block punt. Howell the blocker and Howell the scorer. So the big boy, 6'1" senior, made Brian Rolfe's day a little bit worse, as now West is up 13-0. You're watching high school football on the zone, sent your way by Minford Telephone and TV, by Minix's Giovanni's here on the west side with 2 locations, and by the Portsmouth Cinema 8. So the Senators will kick off for the second time tonight. Little discussion amongst the officials, and we'll see what they have to say about things. They always get the last word, as you well know.
He's got a flag on the field.
And with a hanky down, now we've got to discuss what the situation is. Flag just to the other side of midfield from us. And they're waving it off. So, no flag, no foul, no problem. Time to kick off. Valley has 4 men back medium deep. A couple of men up sort of shallow, and of course the 5 men across the front line as West gets ready to roll with Jay Pitts on the kick. And it's going to be picked up on the left side and brought up that left side, still on his feet, spinning off of a guy, and brought down that time. Blake Howard is driven out of bounds about the 41-yard line, so he gives Valley some decent field position. With 6:49 to go, Valley will have the ball, and they're going to set that on the Valley 37-yard line. High school football on the Zone sent your way by all the Zone Country locations of the Portsmouth Public Library, by Shawnee State University, your hometown university, and by Sweet Confections Bakery in Barbersville. So Valley with their second possession will have Rolfe give to the right side. It's Howard. Howard is loose and on the way. He still gets away from another man. He is going to be brought down from behind, and they're going to call a horse collar. Pack stops him, and they'll throw the flag, probably calling that a horse collar, but he saved the touchdown on that particular case. So Howard with a big run. He was caught a couple of times, and they did not finish it up as Levi Pack brought him down. So half the distance to the goal, I would wager. And that's going to give Valley first and goal. And let's see where they set it.
Against the Senators, that'll be half the distance to the goal line. First and goal for the Valley Indians.
Looks like it's about the 1 or 1.5 yard line out there. So Howard with the long run, then the penalty. And Valley's right back knocking at the door. One play, one long run by Howard. They go the right side, driving in, looks like touchdown Valley. Alex Loop will score from 1 yard, a 1 yard carry, and Valley is on the scoreboard at 6:17 here in the first quarter. That touchdown sponsored by Life Medical Response. Responding when you need help, making a difference one life at a time. 6:17 to go. 3 touchdowns already in this ball game. And as they set it up, Romanello will be doing the kicking. And Romanello's kick is up. It's long enough, and it's good. So Bryce Romanello adds 1 to it. And with 6:17 to go, the score now is West 13, Valley 7. We'll be back with a kickoff right after this.
A night of family entertainment awaits you at the Portsmouth Cinema 8. We're always improving. More games, better movies, delicious concessions, online ticket sales, and updates on Facebook as well. To make your experience better, we now have all 8 theaters in digital DLP with Dolby Surround Sound. Plus, you can watch your next digital 3D movie here. All the entertainment you need at Portsmouth Cinema 8. Movies will never be the same again.
These guys on the official thing said 9. They said 9. Welcome back to West High School, where Valley has just scored, and now we've got a 6-point ball game again. West up 13-7. West scored a touchdown, then they blocked a punt and scored another one on the blocked punt. And Valley has come back, and they put together a really quick drive that was like 2 plays and 63 yards. And the thing only took 32 seconds. And that is the way things have gone on this last possession. You're watching high school football on the Zone, presented by the UPS Store, the Battery Terminal, Staker's Sales and Service on 9th Street, and Rebecca Bennett, attorney at law. So Romanello will put the foot to it. His kick is a shorty, and it's going to be fallen on. Heads up play over there for West, and jumped on real quick as Dalton Billiter takes it and keeps his head about him and maintains possession. So West, with 6:17 to go here in the first quarter, will have the ball, and they'll have it on their own 37-yard line. High school football on the Zone sent your way by Thomas Jefferson Davis for 90th District State Representative, by Pro Pest Control and Oak Tree Construction. Thanks to our sponsors, and thanks to you for being there. Irwin under center. And flag, 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 flag. Whistle, 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 whistle. And a big jump that time by the Indians, going to give 5 free yards to the Senators. So it'll be 1st and 5 instead of 1st and 10. West started out the evening with the opening kickoff and put together a 7-play, 54-yard drive. Trevor Welsh with a 3-yard run to score. Irwin again to the air perhaps. He's going to tuck and go and get forward for about 2 or 3. He's going to be tackled over there that time for Valley. And as Yazel brings him down. And so a pickup of 2 or 3, so it'll be 2nd down and short for the Senators with 5:50 remaining, and we're just in the first quarter to play. As you see on your scoreboard, 13-7. West in the lead, and they have the football. As they come up, Holsinger, the center. Wide receiver out to the right side. They're going to pitch to the tailback. That's Welsh. He's got a good block. He moves forward and gets 2 or 3. He's got enough for the 1st down. Good block out there that time by Brady Reynolds.
Looks like a Senator 1st down.
Brady Reynolds with a real good block on the kick out. Reynolds pulled from the left side off to the right. Made a nice block for Welsh to cut inside. And so a new set of 4 for the Senators. Ball is sitting 2 yards shy of midfield. Pair of receivers out to the left, nobody out to the right. And they're going to go to the tailback, Welsh, and he's going to be met in the backfield. And he's going to be hit hard back in there by Brewer. Blake Brewer brings him down.
He had some help from Gavin Yazel.
Brewer, 35 tackles on the year coming into this ball game.
2nd down and 10.
So no gain on that one. With less than 5 minutes to play in the first quarter on a soggy night, the Senators will have another go at it. And play a little slow developing on that time. And I don't know if it was designed to be slow developing or not, but Valley was right there. Irwin pitched to the tailback. Welsh, left side, got a block. Moves out, there's a flag on the play. Flag on the play, about where they throw that flag is usually where you see a hold or an illegal block. Face mask.
We have holding against the Senators.
And a hold will knock it back 10. And now the wheels have started to lock up a little bit on the West offense. It'll be 2nd down and a bunch, about 17 to go. High school football on the zone presented to you by Brian Davis for Scioto County Commissioner, by Beacon Home Medical, by the McKinley Funeral Home in Lucasville, and by Shamrock Tattoo. Thanks to our sponsors and thanks to you for being there. So the Senators, a little deeper in their own territory now, just outside their own 40. Irwin sizes it up, and he's going to drop back, and he's going to think about it. Then he's going to tuck it and run. He's going to get back to the original stick, and he's going to be dropped over there that time by Alex Loop. And Drew Wolford also on there. So it's a pickup, but not a very much. So it's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd down and about 9 to go for the West Senators. And the Senators will come up. They are right smack dab on midfield. This time, a couple of receivers, actually 3 out to the right. Irwin tucks. He's going to run into one man after a yard or 2 gain and be knocked down, and that's going to make it a 4th down situation for the Senators. And that play looked to me like they maybe were just, again, a little slow developing on that. But they headed out to the right, and that makes it 4th down and about 4 or 5 to go. So the Senators discussing things on about this 4th down play.
For the Indians.
Welsh steps back to punt. Welsh has punted 24 times coming into this ball game, a 37-yard average. And there is the jump, and that's going to give West the 1st down. That'll be first down by penalty. And so West gets a reprieve. A reprieve for the Senators. So a patient offense outweighed the defense on that one with 2:35 to go here in the first quarter. The Senators will play some more. Wide receiver either way. And Irwin's going to give it to the tailback. It's Welsh. He gets forward for about 4 or 5 yards. As he gets up, he's going to make it about second and, closer to 6. Might call it 5. But West in Valley territory. In case you were watching, you may notice the official holding on to the ball longer so it stays a little more dry for the ball player. Irwin, again a delay, this time to Welsh. He's got a block this time. He gets loose. He's finally stopped inside the 30 as he's going to be dropped in there on the play and stopped over there by Brian Rolfe. So Rolfe brings him down with 1:44 to go here in the first quarter. Surprising crowd considering the weather. Both sides with pretty good contingents of fans here this evening. And so a new first down for the Senators. This time they're going to move Davis over to the right at a wing spot. And they're going to give it to the up man this time, and carrying it forward is Sam Kegley.
Big Sam Kegley into the woodpile.
As Kegley is going to get down a little bit closer to the 25. We'll call it the 27. So it'll make it second and about 8 to go with just a shade more than a minute to go here in quarter number 1. West with the lead. High school football on the zone sent your way by Wheelersburg Cinema, the Salvation Army, and the Roger W. Davis Funeral Home here in West Portsmouth. And a little counter, they're going to give it that time to Welsh, and Welsh will pick up a couple. He'll get down to about the 25, and that'll make it third down and about long 5, short 6, and that takes us also down to about 33 seconds to go here in the first quarter. The Senators with a 6-point lead. Looks like we'll get one more play off before the whistle ending the first quarter. Wingman on the left side. And he's going to fake it to Welsh. He's got time. He's got a man on the left. It's in his hands. It's caught. And moving in, down, touchdown. Trevor Welsh. Trevor Welsh took the fake and then moved out on the outside as Welsh takes the pass from Irwin with 7 and 6/10 seconds to go in the quarter. The Senators, a nice little fake to Welsh, and then he drifted out beyond the outside man, and Irwin laid it in his hands nice and neatly. The kick is up, and it's good. And as we go back up the field, an 11-play, 58-yard drive. That touchdown sent your way by Life Medical Response. And we'll be back with a kickoff right after this.
The library isn't just a source for books anymore. We are activities. We are local history and genealogy. We are entertainment. We are DVDs and books on CD. We are online. We are education. We are mobile. We are everywhere. We are still books and reading. We are here for our community. We are here for you.
We are the Portsmouth Public Library.
I love the library.
A 6-minute, 9-second drive. That's a good amount of clock time. An 11-play, 58-yard put together by West. Welsh took the pass from Irwin with 7 and 6/10 seconds to go here in the first quarter. The kick is up and good, and the score is 20 12-7. Kicks the line driver. It's going to be taken on the 20-yard line. Moving forward with it with a little bit of room across the 35. Still on his feet out across the 35 to about the 36 is Alex Luke. And that's the way the quarter will end. So as we start quarter number 2, the score here is West 20 and Valley 7. Back with quarter number 2 right after this.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Howell Insurance Agency, serving you for over 75 years.
Just ready to start quarter number 2. West leading Valley 20-7. As Valley will start off, they had the kickoff return to end the quarter, and Valley will start. They'll have the ball. It'll be on their own about 41-yard line with a brand new set of 12 minutes to look at. And as we switch, Valley now will be to your left and West to your right. As we get ready to roll here in quarter number 2, high school football on the zone sent your way by Osco Industries, by Jason Bentley, your Midland representative, and by Donnie Martin, Heating and Cooling. So Valley comes up. Rolfe is the quarterback. He's going to give to the up man, and a nice bit of blocking there by Valley as they get up to about the 50, about 8 or 9 on that by Loop. He had an excellent block in there as Blake Brown had a nice block. And so a pickup of about 9 for Loop makes it second down and 1 to go for the Indians with the ball just between the 49 and 50-yard lines. Way out to the left-hand side goes Brown. Direct snap goes to Rolfe. They're going to give, moving from left to right, and getting it up for the first down is Blake Howard. Howard gets inside the 40-yard line of West. Valley coming into this ball game had 1,705 yards rushing on the season. 2,624 yards total offense. Almost 1,000 by pass, but 1,705 on the ground. Out to the left side, Brown again. They got a wide out on the right as well. Man in motion that time is going to be Howard. They're going to give to him, and he is going to step over one man and be brought down about the 40, and we got a flag coming in on top of that. Flag in on top of all that dog pile in there. We'll see what we got.
Flag in there on the play.
It's going to be against Valley.
Against the Indians.
And so they will step that baby off, and Valley will get moved backwards. Ball will be set on the 48-yard line. So now it'll be second down and about 19 to go or something like that. We'll call it that just for grins. Just underway here in quarter number 2. We played about a minute. Valley with the ball. Rolfe puts a man in motion. That's Howard. And he's going to go to that man. No, he's going to go to the deep man, and it's over the head of his intended receiver as he was looking for Bryce Romanello down there. There you see Romanello coming back. Romanello has caught the ball 10 times this year for 320 yards and 8 touchdowns. So it'll be second down and about 19 yards to go. That'll stop the clock at 10:37. We're in half number 1. High school football on the zone sent your way by King's Daughters Medical Center, Ohio, by Rudity's Driving School, Sherman Cricker Insurance, and Rally's Restaurant between 11th and 12th Street, right there on Route 52. And they're going to give inside to Luke. Luke will take it across the 45 down to about the 42. That's going to be way short of the first down. So it'll be third and long for the Indians. They are on the West Portsmouth side of the football field. And up come the Indians. Across the front, a 231-pound offensive line average. Brown is still way out on the left side. And Rolfe has lots of time. He's got a man in the middle. And it is caught
23, that is.
over the shoulder on the run, looking back to the right with a man right on his tail. And that's a nice first down completion for Valley with 9:51 to go. Rolfe had about 14 hours to throw that time. So first down for Valley. Ball is on the 11-yard line, so they are able to get a first down without getting a touchdown. Wide receivers either way. Rolfe taking the direct snap. He's going to fake and hold himself. Rolfe moves his way forward. Touchdown, Valley. Rolfe, an 11-yard run for Brian Rolfe. He fakes and keeps it himself at 9:32. That touchdown sent your way by Life Medical Response, making a difference one life at a time. So Valley's made it now a one-score game again. 7-play, 59-yard drive. And Romanello will size it up. That drive took 2 minutes and 28 seconds off the clock. So Romanello, Rolfe will hold. The ball is down. The snap is short. Everything kind of fell apart. The wheels fell off on that one. So as we come back up the field, West leads 20-13. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
Here at the Roger W. Davis Funeral Home, we are not only here for you in your time of need, but we're also here to help our neighbor, to serve our community, and to help guide our youth. We do our best each day to make our area a great place to call home, and each year we give you a time to gather and remember your loved ones. To all area teams in the upcoming sports season, remember, the difference between impossible and possible lies in your determination. Good luck from all of us at the Roger W. Davis Funeral Home.
Valley in the huddle right there, getting some words from Coach Crabtree. You can see the rain really well on that particular camera shot. And Valley finding the hospitality here at the Rock not exactly to their liking. West has scored 3 touchdowns. Valley has scored 2, so we got some offense going as we're at the 9:32 mark of the first half. High school football on the Zone sent your way by all the Zone Country locations of Sunspot Tanning, by Serve Pro, brought to you by Cunningham's Insurance Agency, Coleman Garden Center, and Gaddy's Pizza. Thanks to our sponsors and thanks to you for being there. So Valley will kick off. It'll be Romanello that will step up. 2 deep for West, 4 up sort of midway, and of course the 5 front men. Romanello approaches, and it's going to be high and long. Going to be taken and bobbled a little bit about the 10. Moving forward across the 20, getting open, middle of the field. Great block, getting loose and moving his way down. Nice return that time for West by Bryson Hurd.
Bryson Hurd on the return, flag on the play.
That's a great kickoff return, but a flag back in center field. Back around the 30-yard line. Usually we see an illegal block or something going on there. Bryson Hurd did a great job on that return. Had a couple of nice blocks around the 50-yard line. And so they're going to step that baby off, and instead of midfield and beyond, they're going to be starting just a shade inside their own 20. 9:22 to play here in the first half. The Senators on their own 22. They lead by a touchdown. And they're going to give to the second man. And up through there and on his way with a lot of nice room, heading down the left side, on his way and driven out of bounds. That time is Job Swords. Job Swords does a great job of carrying the mail there.
Job Swords breaks off 60 yards. Senators first
So
down.
Swords with a 60-yarder. And there is a flag down, looks like at the end of the play. Has really turned the tables on that situation as he gets that baby all the way down to almost the other 20-yard line. Ball's on the 21. First down for the Senators, who are not rolling over and playing dead by any stretch of the imagination. They're going to give to the tailback. That's Swords again. Swords is going to be brought down about the 20. He picks up maybe one, so we see Swords in there. At tailback, makes us wonder what's going on with Trevor Welsh. We'll try to find out about that. And I'm looking to see if he's on the sideline or where he is. And so they may be tending to him. Swords certainly acquitting himself well on his chance in the ball game. Wide receivers either side, 2nd and 9. Long count. Tailback again. Swords getting one, maybe two on that. He's brought down that time on the play by Sam Basham. Basham, a 5'11", 180-pound junior, will stop him, and not much of a gain, if anything, there. West, of course, in 4-down territory here. 7:43 to go, the clock rolling in the first half. High school football brought to you by Sisters Dairy Barn, by the South Shore Foodland, by Country Living on the west side, and by Bell's Body Shop. Back, Irwin fakes, got a man inside, off a couple of guys, including one defender. He was aiming over there for Wesley Bailey.
Intended for Wesley Bailey.
And Bailey can't get a hold of it. The defender couldn't get a hold of it. So now we're at 3rd down and 9 to go. 20-13, as you see on your scoreboard. Football brought to you by A to Z Printing, by Staker's Pharmacy, downtown Wheelersburg, and here on the west side, Weeks Wrecker Service, and by Mott's Pots. Going to pitch to the tailback. It's Swords. He's got blocks. He moves around the corners, not got enough for the first down. So he's going to be brought down about the 16 or 17-yard line. So Valley's going to hold. And loss on downs on that one with 7:17 to go. So Valley will take the ball on their own 17-yard line. They trail by 1 score. Indians' next game at South Point. South Point coming into this weekend's game was 2-4. They were taking on the Chesapeake Panthers this evening. And Rolfe is going to send 3 guys out to the right-hand side. He's under center. He's going to give to the runner in the middle, and he gets a few. Alex Luke gets a few. And bringing him down in there, Trevor Welsh back in the ball game. So a pickup of about 4. It'll be 2nd down and about 5 or 6 to go. With just under 7 minutes to play here in the first half. Don't forget at halftime, the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report. Again, a pair of receivers out to the right side. And they're going to go off tackle this time. And it's Blake Howard who gets a couple. Howard will be stopped over there. Amongst them was Michael Davis and others.
Davis once again in there for the Senators along with Mason Howe.
And he gets close to the first down, but he's going to be short by 1. It'll be 3rd and a smidge. As Valley has advanced the ball from their own 17. They gave them the first down, so okay. That was a little late on moving the sticks on me on that one. And they go inside again, and falling forward, he had a nice hole in there. That time was Alex Loop. Loop was already off his balance there, and he picks up 2 or 3 just on the fall. Talented ball carrier who has carried the ball 59 times for 702 yards coming into this ball game this evening. Loop has also scored 10 TDs for the Indians. This time we send a man wide on either side. And Rolfe is going to give it to the man to his left. And a big crowd in there. Pickup of a couple. As not too much room for Blake Howard. It'll now be 3rd down and about 2 or 3 to go. So Valley, in sort of a workman-like manner, moving forward just feet at a time. They have plenty of time before the half, 5:26 to go. Rolfe, a little discussion with his backs. As he's under center, going to give to the tailback off to the left side. Ball enough for the first down. The ball's across the line marking the first down, so pick up by Howard of a first down. So Welch brings him down, but not before Howard gets another first down for the Indians. So the ball, but just a shade shy of the 39 on the Valley end of the football field. Trips to the right. There you see Rolfe under center, and he's going to give this time to the left side to Luke. Luke moves forward, and you see in there a giant bunch of folks on the stop. Levi Pack that time led the charge. And the pickup of 2 or 3 as Valley just continues to grind it out a little bit at a time. As I mentioned earlier, 1,705 yards rushing coming into this ball game this evening. They do not hesitate to put the ball into the hands of Loop and Howard. So now a 2nd down and about 5. Trips right again. And it's going to be kept by Rolfe. Rolfe's got some room. He gets around the first down stick, and he's going to be dropped down over there on that side. Bringing him down over there was Josh Davis. But not before he gets the first down. With under 4 minutes to go, Valley has advanced into the Senators' end of the football field.
1st and 10 now for the Indians.
So the Indians, starting this drive on their own 17, have very methodically worked the ball right and left. Rolfe taking a turn at it himself that time. And he's going to give to the second man. He's hitting the backfield, but he still gets forward for 1 or 2. Howard, after being hit, got a couple or 3. He was hitting the backfield. So good running by Howard, the 5'11 junior. Had laid out 524 yards for the Indians coming into this ball game. High school football on the zone sent your way by Bob Evans of New Boston, by Lightning Loop at 11th and Finley, by Stoltz Pharmacy in Wheelersburg. Also brought to you by the Shirt Shack, and brought to you also by Weaver's Gas and Oil. And a big response that time by West as Luke knocked down, pick up that time by Bryson Hurd, ready to hit him pretty good. So now a loss on the play. It'll be 3rd down and about 11 for the Indians. They've got 2.5 minutes to go before halftime. And in case you're wondering, in case you haven't noticed on your camera or your picture there, it's still raining. so you heard the announcer call it 3rd and 12. My view of the sticks looks more like 11. A little screen, and look at that. Rolfe brought down big time. Bryson Hurd again brings him down. Bryson Hurd on the sack. And there you see Hurd, the 5'6", 660-pound senior, took on 6'3" junior Ryan Rolfe. It looked like it was set up for the screen, and that screen never developed anywhere. So now it'll be 4th down and about 3 time zones for the first down here. 2:09 to go, and timeout on the field. We'll be back after this.
Peter 10:17.
Ruth 2:11.
James 11:9.
When I was hungry. When I was lost. When I was stoned.
You gave me help.
Faith.
Joy.
You gave me a chance. Amanda 4:6. When I was saved.
Your holiday donations to the Salvation Army make change all year long.
Trevor Welsh standing back about his own 21-yard line. The snap is low. The kick is going to be a shorty. It's going to take a valley bounce. Welsh is going to very wisely let it go, and it's going to be stopped in there and marked down, and West will take over following the punt. So Valley, with 2 minutes and 1 second to go, uses 5 minutes and 16 seconds, but they don't get a score out of it. And what results is that West gets the ball for the last couple of minutes of the half, barring any unforeseen circumstances. And that ball will be placed down on the 24-yard line for the Senators, who own a 7-point lead right now. Stephen Irwin, 6-foot-tall senior. We have seen him play a number of years here at West. Nice move up through the center. Trevor Welsh back in action. He's brought down on the play that time for Valley. Bringing him down was Howard. And a pickup of about 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3 to go for the Senators. Wide receivers either way. To the tailback. Welsh has got a big opening there. He's on his way to the left. He is on to the races. Welsh moving down the left side. And Welsh, I'm looking for flags and I don't see any. So Trevor Welsh, a 69-yard run. And Welsh puts West 6 more points ahead. That score sent your way by Life Medical Response. And West will see what they can do about tacking another one up there, as Pitts will see what goes on. As the kick is up, and it's good. So as we come back up the field, West 27, Valley 13. Back with a kickoff right after this.
I'm Kristen. I graduated from Shawnee and I'm currently teaching in China. I work at the largest international kindergarten in my region. We teach through singing, dancing, and body language. I completed the program in China with my student teaching.
I'm Alex and I'm an education major. Other classmates would often ask me for help, and then a few teachers told me that I should tutor. I want to be able to show how complex concepts can relate to real life. If you can help someone learn something, you yourself understand it better.
There you see the Valley Indians having a little discussion. West puts together a 2-play, 76-yard drive, takes 41 seconds off the clock, starting on their own 24. The second play, the big one, of course, Trevor Welsh, a 69-yard run. The kick by Pitts was good, and West leads 27-13 with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go here in half number 1. High school football sent your way by Toro Loco, by the Portsmouth Cinema, brought your way by Terror in the Trees. Oh, that'll scare the heck out of you. By Giovanni's in Lucasville, and Terry Johnson for 90th District State Representative. Thanks to our sponsors, and thanks to you for being there. Here's the kick. It's going to go off to the offense's left, bobbled a little bit. Moving up through, there's an opening on his way out to about the 45 and still on his feet into West territory. Down to the West 45-yard line. As Howard does a great job on that return, giving Valley some excellent field position and still a lot of time to go in this half. Minute, 10 seconds. Valley still has all 3 of their timeouts left. And so they will have 3 timeouts and the ball on the west portion of the football field. And they have 45 yards to go for a score. So all things appear to be working in favor of Valley at this point, who are down by 2 scores right now. As back to throw, Rolf's got a man, and it's in the midst of things, and several guys get a hand on it. That looked like one of those hot potato deals that nobody really wanted anything to do with. And so Rolf was almost hit in the backfield. The pass was laid out. There were 4 guys, 2 for each team, down about the 35-yard line of West. Minute and 3 still to go, and Valley still has all 3 of their timeouts. Wide receiver either way. They're going to give it, and slipping up in there, a little bit of traction problem is Howard. Howard's going to pick up 3 or 4. His right foot went out from under him as he tried to cut in the backfield. And now we wonder just exactly what the rain is going to do to the second half. Timeout on the field with 52 seconds to play. We'll be back with more right after this.
The sun is always shining at Sunspot Tanning Salons. We are your #1 source for that deeper, darker, lasting tan, and not just during summer, all year long. Our high-tech equipment gives you that perfect coloring by offering quality tanning in a clean, cool, and controlled environment for everyone from beginners and beyond. Excellent up-to-date products and various locations with convenient hours. You won't have to wait for the sun to look fine.
Welcome to the Sunspot, where the sun always shines.
Well, there you see the Valley Indians getting some instruction. 27 there, or 74 there for Valley. That's Gavin Yezel. And as the Indians come out, they trail 27-13 with 52 and 1/10 seconds to go in this ball game. A lot of rain. Lot of rain. Man goes in motion. Rolf has time, has a throw, and it's out there where it could have been picked potentially by Irwin. Closest man to the pass was Steve Irwin, who's back there in the safety position. He has picked 2 this year. And so it'll now be 4th down. And 4th down and about 6 or 7, 46 seconds to play in the half. And the Indians come up. They've got twins off to the left. They got a man way out on the right side. Rolf will be back. He will fake and keep it himself. He's got enough for the 1st down. He's got a great block there on the left side. And a big block out there on the left by Jordan Spradlin. Jordan Spradlin did a tremendous job on that block and gave Rolf an extra 4 or 5 yards on that. Spradlin, 6'4", 315 pounds, could knock down pretty much anybody out there, I reckon. 32 seconds to go in the half. Rolf will roll to the right. He's looking. He is tripped up. The ball is loose. Picked up by West. Josh Davis. Josh Davis picks up the fumble. So Josh Davis turns the tables as Rolfe had knocked out of his hands. So West, with 23 and 2/10 seconds to go, gets another life here at the end of the half. The ball is going to be on their own 35-yard line. So another turnover in West's advantage. They have really taken advantage of the turnovers this football season. Irwin will give to the tailback. That's Welsh. She's going to pile it up in there, and that'll be the last play of the half. Unless somebody calls timeout. That'll probably be it. 13 seconds, and that's going to do it. Nobody giving that indication. And we are halfway home here at Portsmouth West High School. The halftime score, the Portsmouth West Senators 27 and the Valley Indians 13. Stay tuned for the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report. We'll be back right after this.
I'm Thomas Jefferson Davis, candidate for state representative. I'm asking that you vote for me on November the 4th. What have you got to lose? What we've seen happen in Ohio in the last 4 years is vital cuts to programs such as libraries, high schools as Portsmouth High School, and many services that our youth need. Is this the way that we want our youth to believe in being raised in Ohio? These are not Ohio principles, and these are things that I will not stand for. We have nothing to lose in this state. We have lost it all, and I would certainly appreciate your help in restoring the 90th District to the People's District.
Sweet Confections is your best choice for a full-service bakery. We have wedding, specialty, and birthday cakes, cookies, cupcakes, fudge, and more. We even have sugar-free diabetic treats. At Sweet Confections, our sweets are happiness condensed. Call or go online and order your happiness today.
Welcome back to The Rock, the home of the Portsmouth West Senators, and we have an SOC Division II game between the Senators and the Valley Indians. And the Senators lead at halftime 27-13. Hello everyone, you're on the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report. Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, don't forget the sports clinic Saturday morning at 9 o'clock at the Trinidad Orthopedics office in their brand new facility on Kinney's Lane there in Portsmouth. Ball game tonight started in a pretty interesting fashion as West took the opening kickoff on their own 45-yard line, put together a 7-play, 54-yard drive, capped by Trevor Welsh at 9:14 with a 3-yard run, and they led by the score of 6-0. Valley came right back, took the ball from their own 30, moved down, and then were stopped by West. They got ready to punt, and the punt was blocked. And as it was picked up, it was run into the end zone by Howell. The kick was good, and the first thing you know, we're less than 5 minutes, or a little more than 5 minutes gone in the ball game, and West is up by the score of 13-0. Valley took the opening kick, or the ensuing kickoff rather, starting on their 37. A long run by Howard basically set Valley up with some good stuff. And at 6:17, a 1-yard carry by Luke put the ball across the goal line. The kick by Romanello was good, and the score was back within one score. West 13, Valley 7, that 2-play, 63-yard drive. West didn't lay down. They took the ensuing kickoff, started on their own 37, put together an 11-play, 58-yard drive. That was capped by a pass from Stephen Irwin to Welsh, a 25-yarder. Capped a 11-play, 58-yard drive, as I mentioned, that importantly took 6 minutes and 9 seconds off the clock, and West was ahead 20-7. But as we start quarter number 2, Valley starts on their own 41-yard line. They put together a big 7-play, 59-yard drive as Brian Rolfe carries it in from 11 yards out. 2 minutes and 28 seconds after they got the ball, they were behind 20-13, but they were back within one score again. West at 9:22 started on their own 22 as Swords kicked out a big 60-yard run, but unfortunately West lost the ball on downs on the Valley 17. Valley couldn't convert that and had to punt, and with 2 minutes to go in the ball game's first half, West began on their own 24, and put together a two-play 76-yard drive. A Trevor Welsh 69-yard run on the second play of that drive made that a 41-second drive, and West led 27-13, and that's where we stand as we are at halftime on the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report. We've got some good stats that have been provided to us over here, and we'll talk about those in just a second after we return to the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine following this.
Do for the 7:30, please.
Enjoy the movie. It's a lot cleaner. Yeah, they actually cycle movies faster.
The best cinema like a box of chocolates.
Have you seen a really big snake? I hate snakes.
None shall pass.
Wheelersburg Cinema, still bringing movies to life.
This is my business.
I'm the owner and sole proprietor.
I only have one other employee, Chester.
It's a romantic notion. Be the boss, but you are alone.
Well, not technically alone.
I do have a lot of help, actually.
My UPS store.
I had this printed there.
Packing, shipping, help.
Outstanding.
Toasters.
I have a mailbox there.
Best thing, they're right down the street.
The owner's a friend.
Forgot the account.
My team.
Yes! Careful now.
Good job. Welcome back to Portsmouth West High School. And the rain has really let up a good deal here. We're on the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report. When I say it's let up, I don't mean it's stopped. I mean it's less than it was, as we still got rain coming down. And we're on the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report. There you see our halftime score, 27-13, West leading the Valley Indians. And in the first half, our halftime stats, which were provided to us by Chris Sloan from the Daily Times. Thanks to Chris for doing that. And he's here covering the ball game. In the first half, Valley 144 yards rushing, 31 yards passing, altogether 175 total yards. West 184 yards rushing, 67 yards passing, as that makes 251 total yards, a pretty good first half for West. Individual stats, Trevor Welsh has 12 rushes for 105 yards. Job Swords, 4 rushes for 62. Stephen Irwin, 4 for 5 in the passing department, 67 yards and a TD. And in the receptions, Welsh also has 2 receptions in addition to his 12 rushes for 54 yards and a TD. On the Valley side of the ledger, in that first half, Alex Loop has 8 rushes for 30 yards for Valley. And Blake Howard has 8 rushes for 89 yards. In the passing department, Brian Rolfe, 2 out of 5, 31 yards. Both of his catches were by Blake Howard. And so Howard pushes his total for the season to 13 catches and 31 yards receiving, throws him up to 233 for the year. First downs, West had 10, Valley 9. Penalties, Valley was penalized 5 times for 62 yards. West just 2 times for 8. We are at halftime on the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report. Again, I want to thank Chris Sloan for from the Daily Times for helping us by giving us some statistics. And we will be back with more of the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report. We remind you that the halftime score here at Portsmouth West is the Senators 27, the Indians 13. Back with half number 2 right after this.
Advance 360 brings care to the next level after your hospital stay. Recover in luxury in your private suite. Stay connected, relax, and focus on healing and getting back home. Advance 360 is Portsmouth's premier post-hospital rehabilitation destination. Contact your healthcare provider to reserve your private recovery suite today. Located on the campus of Bridgeport Healthcare, a proud member of the Communicare family of companies.
You've been watching the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report. As you can see from the scoreboard, the West Senators lead the Valley Indians by the score of 27-13. As Valley coming in with their 36-game regular season streak. In addition to that, of course, Valley has won the last 5 in a row against the Senators. since Valley has been in the SOC Division II. This is the 9th meeting in that modern era, starting in 2006 when Valley began SOC 2 play. And Valley leads the series coming into tonight 6-2. Last time West won was in 2008. So here they sit, ready to start half number 2. You've been watching the Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine halftime report. And thanks to Dr. Jerry Trinidad and all of his folks at their great location there on Kinney's Lane in Portsmouth. Start the second half. West received in the first half. They will kick off to start this half. They lead 27-13. Valley will be to our left. They're in the white jerseys. West in the dark jerseys to our right. And the Indians with, again, men spaced about every 10 yards. As the kick will go, it's an end-over-ender that's going to be taken at the 20-yard line. And moving forward with it over there for Valley is going to be Bryce Romanello. Romanello works his way up, and he's stopped on the play by Braden Oliver. And that's where the third quarter will begin, as Valley will have the football. We just used 7 seconds on that, and Valley will have the ball with the ball placed off their own 31-yard line. As the Indians come out, Rolfe is still the quarterback. He sends 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left, and he's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be met by a host of West Senators on there. Chief amongst them was Josh Davis on the tackle. Davis, the 5'11", 215-pound junior, stops Rolfe. Rolfe coming into this ball game tonight had 34 rushes for 288 yards and 4 touchdowns. And he's had a pretty good night on the ground himself. As he comes up now with a pickup of about 2 or 3, it'll be a second down, and we'll call it a long 7. Things are pretty much mixing it up, and still on his feet and still managing to drive. There you saw a very good picture of Alex Loop with second and third effort, as he's brought down, and finally he's brought down over there by chief amongst them. Wesley Bailey was one of them in there. Also on the tackle, Hunter Reed as well. So Bailey and Reed, but Luke gets up to about 1 yard shy of the sticks. And Valley will have a third down play. Twin receivers to the left. They're going to go to the tailback, taking it outside, and he looks like he's got enough for the first down, as Blake Howard, again, doing the workhorse role tonight. He's stopped on the play by Hunter Reed.
Wesley Bailey on the stop.
And the first down for the Indians. In the first half, Valley had 9 first downs, and West had 10. So 1st and 10 to go. We're about 1 minute and 40 seconds into this second half. And Rolfe got a man. Lots and lots of defense going on there as well, as he had 3 men down that way. West had 4 men back. Romanello was one of them, and that's one of the favorite targets of Brian Rolfe. Brown has 238 yards coming into this game. Romanello 320. Howard, the only one that's caught a pass for Valley so far tonight. He has 202 yards receiving coming into this ball game. So now it'll be second down and 10 to go. The Valley Indians will go, and they'll roll right this time. Big blocks in there. Still on his feet. Blake Howard finally hit about the 45-yard line of West with a big bang in there, but he still gets the first down. John Berry on the tackle. Officials for tonight's game, the referee is John Blanton. The line judge is John Stephen Blanton. The linesman is Wayne Kellogg. The umpire, Anthony Sheets. And the back judge is Robert Ware. Officials standing out there in the rain as well. as Rolfe is going to be bulldogged down on a misdirection. He faked it to the right, headed to the left, and Wesley Bailey didn't buy any of it. As Brian Rolfe gets knocked down about the 49-yard line to the Senators. A loss on the play will make it 3rd down and about 14 to go for the Valley Indians. Okay, 2nd down. We were too eager on the sticks, apparently. And so Rolfe under center this time. He's going to give to the second man. And no room at the end, but there is a flag. Big tackle that time. Big wrap and tackle by Josh Davis. Flag against Valley. As Josh Davis, with an authoritative look. And so they drop the hanky, and they're going to drop some more yards on Valley. And it's going to be 2nd down, and way out there. They've got to go through about 2 time zones to get a 1st down. Ball on the 36, 7, 8 yards maybe. And 28 yards to go. Rolfe throws the pass. He's got a man wide open. Going to be dropped at midfield. Pass complete on that play to Ryan Brown. There you see Ryan. Ryan, a 6'2", 176-pound senior. You're watching high school football on the Zone, presented by Randy Mattis Motors, by Lightning Lube, by Bob Evans of New Boston, by Stoltz Pharmacy in Wheelersburg, Sisters Dairy Barn in Sciotaville, South Shore Foodland, and Giovanni's in Lucasville. Thanks to our sponsors, and thanks to you for being there. And a fake by Rolfe and a pass. He's got a man down on the side, but it's going to be picked. Nice pick over there. And on the scene for the West Senators, John Berry on the pick. As Rolfe intercepted, as Rolfe with 3rd and long, and Berry turns it back to the Senators to see what they can do with 8:11 to go here in quarter number 3. And they have got the ball on their own 24-yard line. Big turn of fortune there, as the Senators will come out with a 27-13 lead. Inside, grinding it out. Welch, not much of a gain there on that one, as they pick him up out of there on the bottom of the pile for Valley that time was Drew Wolford.
Stop made by a host of Indians. A short gain on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 9.
So maybe 1. 2nd and 9. West in the lead, 7.5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. And finding a little bit of room out across the 30 to about the 32. There is a flag that's been thrown into the mix there. It's going to be against the Senators.
This one's going against the Senators.
So West will step it off in the opposite direction as a result of the flag. And now it'll be 2nd down and about 18 yards to go, looks like. Ball on the 16-yard line. They need to get out to the 34, so that would be about 18 yards. Not really a huge number of penalties in this ball game. Irwin will be under center. He's going to give to his up back. And as they grind it up through there, lots and lots of heavy traffic. As Sam Kegley not had a whole lot of work as far as ball carrying tonight, but he has thrown some good blocks in there. It's still 3rd and long, 3rd and about, we'll call it 13. You're watching high school football on the Zone, sent your way by Bell's Body Shop, by Country Living on the west side, by Terror in the Trees, by Thomas Jefferson Davis, or 90th District State Representative, and Serve Pro, as well as the Wheelersburg Cinema. Thanks to our sponsors, thanks to you for being there. And nobody got no room for no thing. Coming in hard for Valley. And Irwin with nothing to do. Makes it a 4th down for the Senators. They lead 27-13, 5.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. And 4th down, Welsh on the season averaging 37 yards. As he looks, the snap's a little low. Valley not sending anybody. And fair catch called for about the 44-yard line, and that's where it's brought in by Ryan Brown. And so Valley holds and gets pretty good field position out of the exchange. West unable to convert on the turnover. So Valley saves that problem. And Valley, with 5:28 to go, has very good field position on the West 44-yard line. So the Indians will come up. 6-0 coming into this ball game. Last year, Valley won 42-0. As I've mentioned, they're on a 5-game winning streak against the Senators. As a pickup of 3 or 4 in there. Stop on the play that time by Trevor Welsh. Pickup of about 3.
Along with Mason Howe, Trevor Welch also on the stop.
I want to thank the West Band Boosters for providing great refreshment here at halftime for us media types and worker types up in the press box at the Rock. One guy way to the left, 2 guys to the right. Rolfe again not finding any joy there. And bringing him down and held accountable is Austin Kinker. Basically, Rolfe had nowhere to go, and Kinker met him, and as they ran into conflict with each other, Rolfe was forced to the ground, making it a 3rd down and about 8 or 9 to go for the Indians. In case you're wondering about the weather report, the rain has pretty much gone back to its cloud and hidden. Rolfe is going to pitch, and he's got a good pitch to his man, and his man is still on his feet. As Loop gets all the way down to about the 26, it's enough for a Valley 1st down. Rolfe holding on to that ball as long as possible. Defense committed, Rolfe pitched it, and Loop ran out on his zone and pretty much picked up some 1st down yardage. So now the ball right around the 25-yard line of the Senators. Rolfe is going to give it to the left this time and making his way out, still on his feet. As brought down on the play that time, Bryson Hurd and Trevor Welsh on the stop. It'll be 2nd down and about 8 to go for the Indians. They're going to place the ball right smack dab on the 25-yard line. So the Indians in good field position here, trailing 27-13. Rolfe gives it this time to Loop. Loop is loose. He's on his feet way down inside the 10. They could not stop him. Several guys had a shot at him there. Finally, Stephen Irwin brought him down. Another 1st down. And it's going to be first and goal for the Indians. 2:52 remaining in quarter number 3. The rain has pretty much stopped right now. People still have their umbrellas out. As you look down at the puddles, you see not much falling. Rolfe will give it, and not a whole lot of room, but still continuing to drive. Howard not finding much in the way of room in there. And several of the Senators show up on the scene. And Reed stops him after really no gain. So it'll be second and goal for the Indians from about the 6-yard line. High school football on the zone sent your way by King's Daughters Medical Center, Ohio. Jackpot Skilled Stop Games. Jason Bentley, your Midland agent, by Oak Tree Construction and Osco Industries. And moving in but not getting to the goal, Howard gets down to about the 1 or 2 yard line. Josh Davis on the stop. And so now it'll be third and goal from the shadow of the goal line, about a yard or 2 out. Minute and a half to go here in quarter number 3. The Indians starting this drive in great field position on the West 44. Rolfe, direct snap. He's going to keep it, and he is stopped. Taking him out of there, and on the stop was Hunter Reed. Hunter Reed brings him down, and now it's going to be 4th down and goal to go for the Indians. The Indians, of course, have the kicking game. Romanello, a field goal kicker because of his soccer experience. We'll see whether they do that or, realizing that they're farther behind, are going to have to go for the 6, and they do that. There is Rolfe. He's going to throw. He's got a man. Touchdown, Valley. Ryan Brown on the touchdown, and that score presented to you by Life Medical Response. Rolfe spins, goes, throws. About a 3-yard pass to Ryan Brown. That's his 3rd touchdown of the season, as he'd received the ball 14 times for 238 yards coming into this game. That's his 15th reception, 3rd TD at 34 and 6/10 seconds to go in the quarter. And now Valley is going to go for the extra point. Remember that Rolfe is the quarterback and the holder. Romanello will kick. The kick is a nice, easy one. It's up and it's good. As we come back up the field, the score is West 27, Valley 20. Back after this.
Atomic Credit Union has been serving Southern Ohio since 1955. With 11 different locations, our friendly staff is here to help you with all your financial needs. From loans to checking accounts, online services, and extended hours, Atomic Credit Union is your full-service financial institution. Check out our website at www.2mycu.com or call us at 1-800-652-2328 to learn about the benefits of an Atomic Credit Union membership.
So the Valley Indians put together a 4-minute and 54-second drive. They go 44 yards in 9 plays after some great field position there. A 3-yard pass to Ryan Brown from Scott Rolfe. Brian Rolfe, talking about Brian's dad there. From Brian Rolfe to Ryan Brown. That would be the 14th TD pass of the season for Rolfe. The kick is good by Romanello, and the score here is 27-20, West in the lead, and everybody in the whole place is anticipating ye old onside kick. We'll see if that comes to fruition. We got a quarter and 34 seconds to go in this ball game. Lot of time. And the kick is a shorty, and it's live, and somebody picks it up finally. And as they pick it up, Welsh moves forward. And he is knocked to the ground. And that's where West will take over.
JT Ward on the stop for the Indians.
And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Senators on the 34-yard line with 29 and 9/10 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Senators coming up. They lead by 7. Don't go anywhere, folks. This game still has a quarter to go. Irwin has a man down underneath the defense. And pass completed over there that time to Sam Kegley. Kegley gets it out to the 40. So it'll be 2nd down, a long 4, short 5 with 5 seconds to go in the quarter. So we are 3/4 of the way home. The score here at the end of 3 is the West Senators 27, the Valley Indians 20. We'll be back with quarter number 4 right after this.
Many people know that at the battery terminal in Ashland, Kentucky, we sell automotive, marine, and recreational vehicle batteries. But did you know we also sell
Power Wheels, motorcycle, and wheelchair batteries?
We also sell batteries for garage door openers, watches, cordless phones, and cell phones.
The Battery Terminal is a family-owned business located in Ashland, Kentucky. We've been in business for 28 years, and we are here to service your battery needs.
Welcome back to Portsmouth West High School. 4th quarter just getting underway here. West leads 27-20. High school football on the zone sent your way by Toro Loco, by the Portsmouth Cinema, sent your way by all the Zone Country locations of the Portsmouth Public Library. Portsmouth Cinema 8, Binford Telephone and TV, H. Powell Insurance in New Boston, the Glockner family of dealerships, and all the Zone Country locations of Desco Federal Credit Union. Kegley right into the middle of it all. There you see him getting up out of there, hanging on to things. He's going to be very close to the 1st down. And so it'll be 3rd and 1, just underway here in quarter number 4. At Portsmouth West High School, we had a heck of a rain earlier. There are still some drops falling, but it's nothing like it was much earlier in this ball game in the 1st half. Irwin is going to take it forward and have enough for the 1st down. Stopped on the play that time by Drew Wolford. So Drew Wolford pulls him down, but Irwin gets enough for the 1st down. And the Senators, long time left on the clock, 11 minutes and 15 seconds to go in this contest. High school football sent your way by King's Daughters Medical Center, Ohio. Brought your way by Dan Cassidy and everybody at Barrett and Murphy Insurance. And as they go, it's Welsh.
Trevor Welch, Toten Mameo, Blake Brewer on the stop.
And as they come up out of there, Brewer making the tackle. Pickup of a couple, it'll be 2nd down and 8 to go. The Senators next week ride up Route 23 to take on the Waverly Tigers in another SOC game. Then they step out of the league for a week to take on the Fairland Dragons. Then we will see them again on November 1st against Wheelersburg in the Pumpkin Bowl. And on his feet and still moving across midfield, Trevor Welsh. He's brought down over there by Gavin Yezel, but he gets a goodly amount of land. It'll be 3rd down and about 3 to go for the Senators as they are now on the Indians into the football field. They finally place it down about the 48 of Valley. Next week here on the zone, week from tonight, Minford at Wheelersburg will be our game of the week. Then a week from tomorrow, the Green Bobcats of Coach Ted Newsom will be taking on Bob Ashley's Notre Dame Titans. Welsh has enough for the 1st down. Nice run over there. He's finally stopped on the play, again by Drew Wolford. Wolford having a busy night tonight. Welsh having an excellent night in the running department. High school football on the Zone, sent your way by the Salvation Army. Brought to you by Goodwill Industry, by Donnie Martin Heating and Cooling, by all the Zone Country locations of the Atomic Credit Union, and by Bob and Floyd Tire Service. Irwin's going to give to the second man. That's Welsh. Welsh is going to get across the 40, down to about the 39 or 38. So he's going to pick up a couple or three. We'll see where they plant that baby. Just a shade inside the 40, maybe 1 yard in there. So it'll be second down and 7 to go for the Senators.
Second down, call it about 7.
Week number 7 of the high school football season. 2 men out to the right, the back's in an I. They're going to give to the front man, and that one doesn't go anywhere. No room for Kegley at all on that. On the tackle that time, Greathouse.
Keith Greathouse on the stop.
You're watching high school football on the Zone. Sent your way by Minix's Giovanni's with 2 locations here in West Portsmouth. By Advanced 360 Care. Brought to you by Gutter Pro. And they're going to pitch to the tailback. Welsh has a block. Good block from Kegley. Down inside the 35, down to about the 30. Tackle on the play that time by Alex Loop. And Sam Kegley threw a heck of a block out there that time. A first down for West. Sam Kegley did a great job on that block. And Welsh took full advantage of it and started scooting. So the third first down of this drive for the Senators. They are now down just a shade outside the 30-yard line of the Valley Indians. Way out to the left-hand side goes a pair of guys. And they give it this time to Swords. Swords doesn't find any room at the end that time. Valley over there quicker than you can say stop. Loss of a couple. So Swords, the 6-foot-tall junior, only weighs in at 165. Welsh carrying 200 pounds. Has a little more authority against those big bodies. 6:55 to play. Irwin with 2nd and 11. Fakes to the tailback, tosses on the right, and into the hands of Michael Davis almost. Davis down around the 25. Still would have been short of the first down, but it would have been a lot better situation for him. Would have been 3rd and about 3. Now it's 3rd and about 12. That stops the clock. Both teams, by the way, loaded with timeouts. We're in the 4th quarter. High school football on the Zone, sent your way by the McKinley Funeral Home in Lucasville, by Beacon Home Medical, by Shamrock Tattoo, Weaver's Gas and Oil, and by Mott's Pots. They're going to pitch to the tailback and a halfback pass to Irwin. Irwin's got it. He's on his way. First down. Stephen Irwin tackled on the play that time by Ryan Brown, but a completion and another first down for the Senators as they get down to about the 12. And so it's 1st and 10 for the Senators. 6:29 to go. And the Senators come up. Irwin getting the tables turned there a little bit. catching the ball. This time they go with a big opening in there. Trevor Welsh, there you see him handing the ball off to the official. Picks up about 8 or 9 yards on that carry. We're halfway through the fourth quarter. It'll be second and short. And they can get a first down without getting a touchdown. They've started this drive on their own end of the football field. And Welsh stopped short. Hit really hard in there. Stopping him quickly was Drew Wolford. Also on the stop that time for West was Alex Loop. So it'll now be third down and short. Again, they can get a first down without getting a touchdown. High school football sent your way by ADS Auto and Tire, by the Mexitali, the best of both worlds, Staker's Pharmacy, downtown, here on the west side and in Wheelersburg, Weeks Wrecker Service, and A to Z Printing. Senators, little cross action, trying to turn the corner. Davis gets down, dives for the goal, has enough for the first down. Michael Davis coming from right to left on a little cross action. And he gets down, a first down for West. First and goal on the 1 yard line with 4:49 to play. And the Senators are trying to tack a few nails into the lid of the Valley winning streak. Both teams still loaded with timeouts. And now all I had to do was say something about it. And the official wants to talk to somebody about something. While they do that, we will remind you that tonight's game presented by Rudity's Driving School, by attorney Rebecca Bennett, brought to you by Rallies, double drive-thrus there at Rallies, by Pro Pest Control, also brought to you by Bob and Floyd's Tire Service, Coleman Garden Center, and Gaddy's Pizza. Thanks to our sponsors and thanks to you for being there. As they go in, they get closer, but not by much. We'll see where they place the ball. Maybe even move it back just a shade.
Second and goal now for the Senators.
Second and goal for the Senators. The ball about the 1 yard line. If there was any change in possession, it was probably about a micrometer of distance. Senators come up. Over the ball, Martin Holsinger. Backs in an eye, they give to the second man as well. She drives the right side. Touchdown, Senators. 4:06 to play. Welsh, 1 yard. That touchdown sent your way by Life Medical Response. A 1 yard run. And West has really hung on to the ball there. West knocked out well over a dozen plays, a 67-yard drive. Now they'll try to tack another one on here. The kick is low, a line drive, but it's good. As they come back up the field, West 34, Valley 20. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
You know the value of planning and hard work. For every seed you plant now, you will be rewarded later. Throughout your life, you've planned and made smart decisions. You deserve State Auto's Prime of Life to protect your home and autos. Find out more about Prime of Life and other State Auto products.
Call Barrett Murphy, your local State Auto Insurance Agency.
A tremendous example of ball control right there as the Senators put together an 8-minute and 23-second drive Welsh scores with 4:06 to go. West got that ball with 29 and 9/10 seconds left to go in the third quarter, and they've had the ball for 8 minutes of this fourth quarter. What a tremendous example of ball control. 16 play, 67-yard drive. The Senators lead Valley 34-20, but remember, 4 minutes is a long time, and Valley's got 3 timeouts, and their offense has put together a heap of yards this year. So the kick is going to be end over end. It's going to be taken about the 22. Moving up with it and outside and brought down. And on the tackle that time for West, that's Austin Kinker on the tackle. And Valley will get the ball with exactly 4 minutes to go. And they have the ball, and it's going to be placed down on their own 28-yard line. 4 minutes and 3 timeouts for the Indians. Rolfe brings his ball club up. He's got trips to the left. He looks, he tries to find the seam on the ball, and that ball was an incomplete pass. He was shooting over there for Howard. Rolfe actually took time that time to find the seam on the ball. He looked down into his hands and adjusted the ball before he threw it. Not something you usually see, but the weather may be a factor in that. As he actually took it and adjusted it and twisted it around. 3:56 to go, stop clock on the incompletion. 2nd and 10 for Valley. Low snap and a give on the draw, and finding some room out on the right side. As Loop gets out there, he's stopped on the play by Bryson Hurd.
Bryson Hurd and Josh Davis on the stop.
Pickup of about 8 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Valley Indians. High school football on the zone, sent your way tonight by the Mexitali in West Portsmouth, the best of both worlds. Whoa, whistle, 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 whistle. Flag, 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 flag. Game brought to you by the Shirt Stop. Also brought to you tonight by Shawnee State University, your hometown university. All the Zone Country locations of Sunspot Tanning, by Sweet Confections Bakery in Barbersville, the Battery Terminal in Ashland, and the UPS store on 11th Street. Also want to say thanks to our sponsor, Terry Johnson, for 90th District State Representative, and Randy Mattis Motors. Thanks to all of our sponsors, and thanks to you for being there. Rolfe will pass. He will be chased. He's got lots of, now he's in trouble. West had that well covered. Levi Pack on the stop. Wesley Bailey and Levi Pack bring him down. So 4th down and 12 to go for the Indians. Who have been looking at trying to continue their 36-game winning streak. Now find themselves with 2.5 minutes to go, down by 2 scores. Brian Rolfe keeps his cool. He has time. He's got a man open way down there, just beyond the reach. Just beyond the reach of Blake Howard, about the 50-yard line. And Valley will lose the ball on downs. And West will take over with 2:23 to go. And they will have the ball on the Valley 28-yard line. And the West Senators are about ready to pop a button. Our game tonight brought to you by Dan Cassidy and everybody at Barron & Murphy Insurance, by the Roger W. Davis Funeral Home here in West Portsmouth, by King's Daughters Medical Center, Ohio, and by Nancy Hawk and everybody at the Real Estate Gallery. Irwin is up. He's going to go to the tailback. And they stick it inside there. No real gain on that one. Valley will probably call timeout here to stop the clock, or they may just be resigned to it, but there is a flag. No, that was just, I guess that wasn't a flag. Just, the clock's still running, so my analysis of that one proves out to be 8,000,000% wrong. Less than 2 minutes to play. High school football on the zone, presented to you by Furman's Orchard, by Falcon1.net, Minford Telephone, and Minford TV, and by Trinidad Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Second down play. Up through there, Bryson Hurd. Hurd finds a nice bit of blocking in there right up the middle. Stop on the play that time by Blake Howard. And we have 1:25 to go. West looking at a third down and about 5 or 6 to go. The Senators, one of the interesting things with first-year coach Ben Johnson is that he has really tried to instill in his players a belief that they can make their system work. Irwin is going to go straight ahead on a dive play to Hurd. Hurd's going to pick up 3 or 4 with 43 seconds to go. And the clock down to 35 seconds. The fans at West are going crazy, as West is going to defeat the Valley Indians and break Valley's regular season winning streak. 13 seconds to play. It's knee time. Nope. As they're going to take the victory formation. And we got a delay of game penalty against the Senators with 4.5 seconds to go. And so now they should end it up. And again into the victory formation. There you see Irwin under center. He takes the knee, and that's it. Nope, there's timeout. Now there's not timeout. And Valley's 36-game regular season winning streak and 5-game streak against the Senators comes to an end as Coach Ben Johnson's West Senators defeat the Valley Indians by the score of 34-20. Stay tuned for our wrap-up. We'll be back with that in just a minute.
At Desco, we believe loans to small businesses result in stronger communities. We believe the experience and ability to make local decisions awards you the home field advantage. We believe quick decisions and straightforward answers are what you need to get started. At Desco, we have terms to fit your business. Desco Federal Credit Union. We make business loans.
Welcome back to Valley and West. And game tonight, the West Senators have defended their home turf, and they have defeated the Valley Indians, something that no one has done in the regular season for 3.5 years. The final score here is the West Senators 34, the Valley Indians 20, and folks are really hopping around here at the Rock. As you can see, the people taking the mud bath and just going crazy here on the field at West High School as the Senators put together a great game plan, well executed, and something that none of the seniors at this school have had the opportunity to do, that is celebrate a victory over the Valley Indians, as Valley had come in with 5 straight victories over West. So the seniors here get a chance to walk away with a victory over the Indians. There you see Trevor Welsh, among others, that have taken a bath in the mud and celebrating the ball game here tonight as Valley's long-standing 36-game regular season winning streak has come to a halt again, 34-20 by the West Senators. At the halftime tonight, the score was 27-13. West was on top. Valley came out to start the second half, started on their own 31, and there was an interception that we credited to John Barry, but we're not sure whether anybody else had it for that or not. West took that ball on their own 24. They were unable to convert that turnover and had to punt it away, and Valley started at 5:28 in the third, the West 44, and managed to tack a score up there to pull within 7. A 3-yard pass to Ryan Brown from Scott Rolfe took 4 minutes and 54 seconds off the clock, a 9-play, 44-yard drive, and Valley was within 7, 27-20. West got the ball with 29 seconds left in the quarter, and they ended the quarter and continued around the horn into the fourth quarter. And here is what we call an example of a great game plan and good management, as West kept the ball for 8 minutes and 23 seconds. They put together a drive, a 16-play, 67-yard drive, and Welsh, a 1-yard run, and the kick was good, and West led with 4:06 to play, 34-20. They basically did not give Valley a chance at the ball until 4 minutes to go in the ball game in that fourth quarter of action. Valley got the ball on their own 28 with 4 minutes to go, lost the ball on downs. West got it with 2:23 on the Valley 28 and managed to ride that last minute, 2 minutes and 23 seconds to victory as they win tonight by the score of 34-20. You're watching high school football, our wrap-up here on The Zone, and we'll be back with more right after this.
King's Daughters Medical Center Ohio is working to provide health care that raises the bar with experienced physicians you know, like gastroenterologist Charles Wong, treating digestive issues at our new hospital. Our advanced diagnostic equipment and passionate attention to detail allows every possibility to be explored in order to find the best treatments available. King's Daughters Medical Center Ohio is a team dedicated to world-class health care for Portsmouth.
Welcome back to Portsmouth West High School, where you can see things are a bit muddy, but boy, the celebration is not dampened a bit by all the rain as the Senators defeat the Valley Indians 34-20 in a ball game that has some big implications as far as playoff points are concerned, because Valley came into the ball game first in their region and a 6-0 record, so West will pick up a passel of points off this ball game tonight as they defeat, as you see there on the scoreboard, the Indians by the score of 34-20. West had a great game plan tonight, and they come in and we've got some stats to prove how things went. On the evening, Valley had 205 yards rushing, 50 yards passing, 14 first downs. West, not that much difference actually, 226 rushing for West, 88 passing, 17 first downs. In the rushing department, Job Swords had 5 rushes for 61 yards. Trevor Welsh, 21 carries, 136 yards tonight, plus he had 2 receptions for 54 yards and a TD, and 3 rushing touchdowns tonight. As Stephen Irwin was 5 out of 7, actually he was 4 out of 6. Welsh was 1 out of 1 for 73 yards and a touchdown on the evening. For the Valley Indians, they were led in rushing tonight by Blake Howard, the 5'11 junior, 13 carries for 107 yards. He really had a rough go of it tonight as West was kind of keying on him, but he still ground out over 100 yards as he did an excellent job carrying the ball for the Indians. Luke likewise carried the ball 13 times. He got 80 yards and a touchdown. Brian Rolfe, 4 out of 11, 50 yards, 1 TD. He was intercepted once. Receptions, we told you in the first half, Howard 2 catches for 31 yards. In the second half, Brown 2 catches for 19 yards and a touchdown. So good evening tonight for Brian Rolfe but an even better evening tonight as far as things go score-wise, as the West Senators win 34-20. Then we want to recognize some folks who contribute to things this evening. First off, let's recognize our defensive player of the game this evening. And our defensive player we're going to recognize on behalf of Portsmouth Cinema. That's going to be 6'1", 195-pound senior Mason Howell. Mason with a great defensive game tonight, and we are going to award him with our Portsmouth Cinema Defensive Player of the Game. He had a blocked punt that also turned into a score, and tremendous turning factor for West as they came right around. That occurred at 6:50, let me get that exactly right, 6:57 of the first quarter, as Valley was with their first possession, started on their own 30. They were unable to do anything. They had to punt. Howell came along and spoiled their evening that way, as the score put West up by the score of 13-0 following the kick for extra point. So honoring our defensive player of the game tonight, 6'1", 195-pound senior, number 9 for the West Senators, Mason Howell, honored by Portsmouth Cinema as our defensive player of the game. Now we're going to talk for our player of the game, presented by Toro Loco. And if you've been listening, you heard a lot of numbers come up tonight, and it sort of points toward one individual that we want to recognize this evening. You heard me mention 3 scores by way of the touchdown, 21 carries, 136 yards, 2 receptions for a touchdown that way. So altogether tonight, 24 of the 34 points of the West Senators belong to our Toro Loco player of the game. And we're going to recognize 6-foot-tall, 200-pound senior Trevor Welsh, number 44 for the Senators, as our Toro Loco player of the game. So congratulations to Trevor. He'll get some good eats over there at Toro Loco. In the meantime, the SOC2 rolls along and things do not stand still. The Senators will be on the road at Waverly next week. Then they'll close out with Fairland in Week 9, and then we'll see them again in Week 10 for the Pumpkin Bowl, and that'll be right here at the Rock, and it'll be on your TV screen on November 1st, Wheelersburg and West doing battle, and you'll have that right here on the Zone. In the meantime, the Indians will try to bounce back as they hit the road to South Point. South Point was playing Chesapeake tonight. It went into that ball game the record of 2-4, and the Indians will be on the road to take on the Pointers. In the meantime, Valley will then take on Wheelersburg on October 25th before they close out at home in the backyard brawl against the Minford Falcons. In the meantime, our next TV game will be a week from tonight when those same Minford Falcons will Ed Miller Stadium to take on the Wheelersburg game for you a week from tonight right here at 7 o'clock on the Zone. And we'll also be here the very next night as well, as Coach Ted Newsom's Green Bobcats will take on Coach Bob Ashley's Notre Dame Titans. And that game will be at historic Spartan Stadium, and we'll have that for you a week from tomorrow night right here on the Zone. In the meantime, Valley goes to 6-1, their first regular season loss in 3.5 years. The Senators raise their record and pick up a heap of playoff points. They were 8th in Division 5, Region 17 coming into this ball game. They picked up a bundle, and they will be 5-2. Be interesting to see what happens in the computer poll that comes out on Tuesday. And they head to Waverly next week. That about does it for us here. Again, we honor our players of the game. Mason Howell, our defensive player of the game, and our player of the game, Trevor Welsh, and want to say thanks to our sponsors. Randy Mattis Motors, Lightning Lube, Bob Evans of New Boston, Stoltz Pharmacy, Sisters Dairy Barn, Serve Pro, the South Shore Foodland, Thomas Jefferson Davis for 90th District Representative, the Wheelersburg Cinema, the UPS Store, Giovanni's in Lucasville, Country Living on the West Side, Staker's Sales and Service on 9th Street in Portsmouth, the Sherman Cricker Insurance Agency, the Battery Terminal, Sweet Confections Bakery, Sunspot Tanning, Rudity's Driving School, Terror in the Trees, Cunningham's Insurance Agency, Rebecca Bennett, Attorney at Law, Shawnee State University, Dr. Terry Johnson for 90th District State Representative, the Salvation Army, Rallies, the Shirt Shack, A to Z Printing, Pro Pest Control, the Roger W. Davis Funeral Home, the Portsmouth Public Library, Osco Industries, Staker's Pharmacy, Weeks Wrecker Service, Oak Tree Construction, the Portsmouth Cinema 8, Minix's Giovanni's, Jason Bentley, Gaddy's Pizza, Coleman Garden Center, Jackpot Skilled Stop Games, Minford Telephone and TV, Powell Insurance in New Boston, Gutter Pro, Mexa Tally, the best of both worlds, Mott's Pots, Goodwill, the Glockner family of dealerships, Desco Federal Credit Union, Donnie Martin Heating and Cooling, Weaver's Gas and Oil, Beacon Home Medical, Brian Davis for Scioto County Commissioner, Barrett and Murphin Insurance, Atomic Credit Union, Bob and Floyd's Tire Sales, the McKinley Funeral Home, Shamrock Tattoo, Advanced 360 Care, Toro Loco, the Portsmouth Cinema, Life Medical Response, Trinidad Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, ADS Auto and Tire, Falcon1.net, Furman's Orchard, Real Estate Gallery, and King's Daughters Medical Center, Ohio. Thanks to our sponsors and thanks to you for being there. I want to remind you that our final score here tonight, the Portsmouth West Senators raised their record to 5-2 on the season as they defeat the previously unbeaten Valley Indians by the score of 34-20. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Tony Lavender. So long.